Hey, this is Mark Barrett. Thanks for visiting my website. You're probably here because you're either looking at becoming involved in network marketing and you're trying to figure out if Numis Network is the right company for you, or you've been in business before and you're kind of hoping that this is finally the company that's going to make it happen for you. Well, congratulations. I tell you what, you've got about 30% of it right so far. Numis is a new and unique company that's really starting to rock the network marketing industry. I believe they're the first ever gold and silver collectible coin MLM. Hmm, getting money on auto ship. I like that idea. Now, in light of today's economic downturn, there are more and more people looking for opportunity than ever before in the marketplace. And let's face it, there are many financial advisors that are telling people to invest in gold and silver. And here is a company that has correctly placed themselves in front of a major trend. Now, of course, the fact that they're less than a year old and there's only a few thousand distributors makes it even better. So, you correctly picked a growing company with a perfect product line, but that's not going to save you. Chances are you're going to make a list of everybody you know, call them, you're going to twist their arms to try to get them to join you, and once you've given that your best shot and you're out of leads, you're off to join the ranks of other unhappy distributors off in search of the gold, the next company that's finally going to make it happen for you. You know what? You have to change the way you do business if you've done this before. It's going to be the same there. The part of the equation you missed here is the job description, network marketing. Notice how they don't call it network selling. They don't call it, let me jam it down my friends' throats. Those approaches, they do work. You can coerce people, into joining you in business, but it's simply going to get you into the NFL, which stands for no friends left. You don't want to be part of that club. Now, if you're going to approach this as a serious business, and you want to make a lot of money, which is why we're here, right? You're going to have to learn marketing. And if you learn how to effectively market, and you're with the right company, you've got more than a shot at it. You can put yourself into the top 1% of those company earners. Now, if that's where you want to be, let me share a couple of key concepts with you here that'll make a huge difference in your future success in the business. My background for many years has been business development and marketing, and I've had the good fortune to be involved in MLM, network marketing, for over 22 years. Now, during that period of time, I have probably seen and used every business building approach imaginable. Chasing your warm market, yes, I did that too. Fax broadcasting, email marketing, situational marketing, resume database mining, opportunity business cards, yard signs were big for a while, flash bills. Now, these are all valid low volume approaches. Now, if you're currently using any of them, I'm not here to tell you to stop or that it doesn't work. The truth is, all approaches work to some extent. The only problem with those approaches are that most people don't have enough time, money, or resources to throw at the problem to really generate a high enough volume of leads to get to the goal. The success of these low volume approaches, like working your warm market, are based on the assumption that you have a 1%er lurking in there somewhere. Those elusive 1%ers that come in and the next morning you wake up and your organization has exploded and it's throwing off cash like there's no tomorrow. Well, you very well could have a 1%er in your warm market, but the chances are you don't. And in the time it takes you to use those low volume approaches to build your business, it pretty much guarantees that it's going to take you years, if ever, to reach your goal. So if you're looking for massive success, you need massive activity. You need to generate that by using high volume lead approaches. Now, when I first entered the network marketing field, even though I'd been a pretty successful business person before, I'm embarrassed to say I had no clue how to make it work, and I failed miserably for several months. This is how bad it was. I probably quit 5 times just in my first 6 months. You know how it is. I got so sick of chasing my warm market around only to hear the excuses. Mark, I haven't decided yet. Mark, I'm still looking at several options. Mark, I'm still considering it. Can you follow up with me next week, Mark? It drove me nuts. I just couldn't let it go, though. I was so hooked on the idea of this residual income, I knew I'd find a way to make it work. Finally, I got some real good coaching from some very successful business people who understood marketing. Now, they pointed out that I was spending far too much time chasing lukewarm prospects around, and that I should broaden my market to a much larger group and find the dead serious people who saw the opportunity exactly the same way I did. From that point, everything changed. I went on to build a very large organization almost entirely from cold marketing approaches, not by talking to friends and family. I became a 7-figure earner, and over the years I've made millions in this industry. And my success was simply because I learned the lesson of working the numbers and using a marketing system that could generate a high volume of lead traffic that could be duplicated by my organization. Now, using those high volume approaches allows you to generate such a high volume of numbers that you can't miss finding the dead serious people. Now, the high volume success formula has four basic elements. Number one is a way to generate a high volume of traffic, that constant supply of leads that keeps flowing to you on a consistent daily basis. Number two is a sifting tool that allows you to separate the prospects from the suspects. Number three is a presentation format, and number four is a follow-up strategy. Now, years ago, the market's different. Things change in marketing, but back then, my approach was to use newspaper advertising. And that gave me, after I tweaked it a little bit, 80 to 100 leads a week. I funneled them into a 2-minute recorded voicemail summary to screen the suspects out. And then I brought the remaining prospects into my living room in groups of 6 to 10 people 3 times a day, showed them a videotape, sent them home. My follow-up strategy was that I really didn't need to follow up because the serious people were attracted to me because they saw I had a system that worked and they wanted in. Did it work? Well, I tell you what, it allowed me to sponsor over 250 dead serious distributors in 2 years and generate an income stream of over 1.5 million by my 3rd year. Now today, traffic formula is totally different. Things change. It's not in the newspapers anymore. It's online. It's on the internet, and the volume of that traffic is massive. And it's not hard to get to if you have the tools in the system. Now the good part is you're not going to have to put 30 people a day into your living room. That was quite a gyration. Anyway, once you set this system up, you can pretty much run it on autopilot 24 hours a day, and it's international. Let me show you a system that will not only totally change the way you look at building your business, but it'll also radically change your bottom line. With this system, your marketing will actually pay for itself. That's a novel concept, huh? And it'll allow you to generate such a high volume of leads, you never dreamed possible. How would you like to have 50 leads a day to power your Numis business? Look, even if you're only generating 10 leads a day, which is pretty easy to do with the right system, that means you would have about 300 leads a month. Generally, you should be able to sponsor about 3 to 5% of those into your Numis business. Now tell me, would being able to sponsor 10 people a month into your business change your financial picture? I tell you what, with the coded bonuses and everything they got going on, it would definitely change it. I believe the high traffic system I can show you is probably the number one most powerful internet-driven approach in today's market. That's going to allow you to hit the numbers you need to explode your group. So now you got a decision to make. Your next step is to put your name and email address in on that form down below, and we'll see you on the inside. Or you can take the skeptical approach, pretend what I'm saying couldn't possibly be true, and just click me off. Well, I challenge you to step up to the plate, step inside, and see if what I have to teach you can truly change your business. Now, whatever your decision, I do wish you the best of luck. Don't worry about putting your info in. This is my website. Your information goes only to me, but it's going to allow me to email you a number of business building tips and strategies over the next few days where I can coach you on how to bring your business up to the next level. See you on the inside.